Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome to Game 2 of the series between Sirius AI and a beginner AI. If you didn't watch Game 1 of the series, just go back to that. You're in the wrong place. We have the lobby set up. I'm just going to triple check it. I'm really worried about these kinds of things. We've got Sirius, they're 1-0 up. Beginner AI, launch the lobby. One thing I want to mention, because I didn't realise it at the time, I did mention that Shadow Demon, it was the first time that we've drafted a Shadow Demon in this entire tournament so far. However, I would also like to point out that Omni Knight and Phoenix, it is the first time that they were picked in this tournament. So Sirius AI not just winning the first game, but winning the first game picking heroes that no one else has picked. Showing something new. Now I can put that note in the bin. Oh, we have 2 Sand Kings! Wow. I didn't expect that to happen. So does that mean in every game between these there's a chance that people pick multiple, but it just hasn't happened out of sheer luck? I mean, let's see who uses Sand King better, I suppose. Definitely vastly different drafts in this game than what we had in the first. We've got an interesting choice. Beginner AI picking up the Zeus. I think they're worried because Sirius dominated a game with the Zeus earlier in the tournament.
Prepare for battle.
But that leaves you with like a Zeus Axe safe lane. I do not like that at all. Then we see the adaptation of a beginner AI for a Sand King mirror match off lane against the Sand King safe lane. Mid lane, you've got a Viper who I imagine is going to brick you to trying to build Dragonlance. And it's really unfortunate that the patch dropped when it did, because I would have loved to see how this will develop naturally. But obviously patches are a natural part of Dota. They happen all the time. Some of them are big, some of them are small, some of them make drastic changes. Others just tweak values a little bit. Giving someone an extra armor will change the balance of the game, but it won't affect bots. Changing how items are built, changing where the map is, and the staircases, ward spots, those changes can cause serious problems for bots, and it takes a lot of tender love and care for the makers of the bots to update those scripts to factor in these changes. And I hope the makers of all of these bot scripts will take some time to adjust for the new changes, but that's not always how it works. Sometimes people have life, they move on, they abandon the bot scripts, or they die, or have a horrific accident, they stop playing Dota 2, which is worse than dying, that's why it's listed at the end. You won't always get updates to bots, and that can render them eventually obsolete, such as we've seen with Army Bots and Extreme Push, who were both, I believe, the finalists or top 4 of the Dota 2 Bot Major in 2017, which was only 5 years ago. It feels a long time because of coronavirus, but no, the last hit counter. I was too busy in my speech. Now I've lost my speech. It's gone now. But we will watch the lanes. I'm very curious how the Sand King lane will go. We've got 2 Burrow Strikes playing off of each other. I mean, it's very clowny. I love that this has happened in the upper bracket finals. The winner of this game either goes to the grand finals or gets a chance at going to the grand finals, because Sirius AI, if they win this, will ascend immediately to the grand finals and sit there like the final boss of a video game in an armchair waiting for the other teams to prove who deserves to face them in the grand finals. Sirius AI is off to an amazing start. They're way ahead on CS. I'm worried I've loaded the wrong bots, because they don't usually dominate the lanes like this. Death Prophet, Sirius AI, I mean, they say it themselves. Yeah, I mean, we watched Sirius AI get absolutely dumpstered in the lanes last game, and now this time they're doing the dumpstering. Bristle Death Prophet off lane. crushing Zeus Axe. I mean, it probably should. It's a Zeus Axe safe lane. Warlock winning mid against a Viper? That is unbelievable to me. And then the Sand King, like, double lane is going the favor of the Radiant until, of course, this Sand King dies. There's the counter kill.
On the sand strikes the perfect
It was a mercy killing.
That will favor the Dire side because they got the first blood. We've got a goofy little happy face from the Sand King. He doesn't mind that he died. Then again, somehow... Oh, okay, the maths is wrong because there's Sand Kings on both sides. So we have to not trust the recaps too much this game. Got Sand King against Sand King. I mean, just look at it. Look at this silly little lane. I love bot games so much. And it is fascinating to see a bot game from the outside as we see Lion and Sand King jumping onto the Witch Doctor, who's getting lower and lower. Counter Burrow Strike to try and save him. Maledict lands on the Lion, but Lion's not taking any damage, so the Maledict won't do any damage. Out comes another Earth Spike, and that's another kill for the Dire side. Viper running off to pick up a bounty rune, but that just leaves Warlock solo XP and farm. Four and a half for the Warlock, 4 for the Viper. 12 and 7 to 8 and 6. Bristle absolutely farming up a Storm in the top lane. Neck hurts. Imagine if I just died in the middle of this recording. That would be a bit of a disaster. I would hope that someone would publish not only the VODs so far, but also finish the tournament. Sand King seemingly pops down to a Maledict. 2 Burrow Strikes in a row. Tower shots onto the Lion. No Paralyzing Cask. That makes things awkward. I should just keep watching bottom because this is the kill lane. It's where all of the action is happening. Oh, but every time I see Bristle with 20 CS, I just want to go up here and have a look. Just generally curious of how this Bristle is absolutely trashing these other 2 heroes. Beginner AI does look like they're on the way to getting 2-0'd here. I mean, it's very early in the game. The kill score's 2-2. But they lost the last game and the last game was one where they dominated the lanes and they had a 10k gold lead at 10 minutes. Sorry, a 6k gold lead at 10 minutes. Whereas this game it's dead even at 5. I'm not sure how it's dead even. When the CS is so heavily Radiant favoured. Ooh, almost a kill on the Lion. Can they find it onto the Sand King instead? Lower and lower he gets. The Burrow's off the mark and Sand King's awkwardly stuck under the tower. That'll put him very low. Warlock just filling out under the tower. I want to see how Bristol's getting all of this farm, but I haven't seen him land a CS. I've come up here a few times. Death Prophet choosing not to suck either of the 2. Spins from the axe. Wishes he was 6, but he's not. Suck comes out, but it's a bit too little, a bit too late. Level 1 suck.
Generation!
Viper is beginning to pull away mid. He's pulled back the CS deficit, and now he is at 19 CS and Warlock is at 18. He's farming 1 position Zeus and the support axe. Between them have 23 CS. Bristle has 21 by himself. And while the Sand Kings have even farm, 13 to 11. One has more denies, costing a bit of XP for the other side. 4.5, 4 3/4, 4.5, 4, 5-ish. How close? 30 XP till 5. He might get that from this creep. How much is a creep worth? Yes, he got it. A very slight level advantage for the Radiant side. Tanking now also has his 5. Aura Strike in on the Sand King, followed up with the Earth Spike. Low Sand King, unwilling to Burrow Strike, needs to use it to get away. Maledict. Pops in the base. There's kills everywhere. It's double kill bot. Oh my lord. Sirius AI beginning to pull away with this game. They've got the early game lead that they normally get. The early game domination they showed against Furious Puppy when they were racking up 10k gold leads at 15 minutes. It's not the same because the bots are such of a higher quality of opposition. But they will be feeling so much better about this game after having won the first game. Trying to farm up a Storm, but he's level 4. Bristol's level 6. No points in the goo. Questionable choice. Clearly working out for him. Not laying some aggression might come out. Not yet. TP away from mid just as I put the camera there. Here's your aggression. Earth Spike. No mana for the burrow. Ooh, neither Sand King has any mana. Radiant Sand King wants to be very careful. Iron has stun.
Dust
He's just dead.
to dust.
Bristle dies as well. So the axe falls as well. There's massacres all over the map. I'm not getting any of these. I apologize to the viewer. Warlock farming up the Storm middle.
Just what the doctor
30
ordered.
CS on him. Fred's Null Wand. What else does he want? I imagine an Ags Rush is on the table. And Warlock is so powerful. I believe in this tournament you have something like 5 or 6 wins, 2 or 3 losses. He's been picked a lot, but he's always had very good games. We've got kills happening top, we've got kills happening bottom. We caught the Sand King kill. Now we're going to see what we can do with the Axe kill. Now we're going to come back down here, see if we can pick up the Lion King. Lion kill. 3 kills picked up.
Bow to your
I'm not unhappy about that. Now we've got Warlock dying to the Viper. We've got 4 or 5 kills. Decent catch. I'd love to see Warlock just run Golem into the tower. Facing the Viper's all well and good, but it's not going to do anything that matters. Whereas clearing up a ranged creep and a tier 1. And again, he's sending the Viper back to base. Burrow. No, not Burrow. Epicenter's used. Out comes the finger. It's a double kill for Lion.
You thought to tame the lion?
Look at him go. Switch to network now. See what's going on. 3 Radiant heroes were on top. Now they are on top again. Then you got a couple Dire heroes. The big loser of this laning stage is the Zeus. And he's meant to be a 1-pos, and he's not really got anything. I'd say your other big loser is Axe. Like, this is a hero that wants to be ahead. He's resorting to jungling now, which is better than nothing. He's got a long way to come back to be a relevant hero this game. Double Maledict, double Burrow. Out comes the Doctor ult, but the Burrow cancels it. Epicenter kills off the Lion. Oh, the Dust immediately finds the Sand King, and it's a counter double kill. They share it, 1 each. The counter double single kill. Oh no, I'm out of water. I don't have anything to drink for this cast. There's a tiny bit in the bottom. Zeus finds himself as bait. Kills off the Bristle and the Death Prophet. Axe with a double kill. Might find himself that recovery he was looking for. He's got phase boots now. Way up from the 2k gold he was at just a minute ago. Might farm this wave as well. Oh no. Missed that kill. Based onto the Witch Doctor, I don't see this going anywhere. And again, it might. But how long will the Viper be relevant? Beginner AI picking a hero that wants a Dragonlance again in a patch where Dragonlance got changed, so the bots haven't quite figured that out yet. Seed of Serenity for him. 100 extra health. Can give 8 health regen for 14 seconds on a piece of ground. That seems kind of huge. Grabs the bounty as well. The graphs are just everywhere this game. Slight 1k advantage for Sirius as the laning stage. Feels like it is well and truly finished now. And Sand King thinking about killing the Death Prophet. There's only a support. Exorcism, it's up.
Zeus bless.
It's not killing them though. Burrow's in. Epicenter's popped, but you need to be close to her, and she kills you if you get too close. Exorcism repels the attempted kill there. Got a couple kills mid. Witch Doctor ult plus Warlock ult. It's an amazing combo. Sirius might take this game away with that combo as they hunt now for a tier 1. Glyph is used. Axe here. Between the Golem, 4 heroes, a huge creep wave. Tier 1 is dead.
Dire's middle tower
4
has
of the top heroes. All 4 of the top heroes are Radiant. That's very treacherous for beginner AI. Beautiful Burrow Strike onto 3 with a counter Burrow Strike onto 1. Gets the kill. Axe getting lower and lower. Nether Toxin breaking them. Ooh, the Bristle takes so much damage when broken. It's a cleanup. Double kill for the Zeus. 1 kill for the Sand King.
All it takes to kill you?
1k gold swing in their favour. They didn't get much damage on the tier 2, so it was mostly just a feed mid.
Illusion.
Dire. Brewing up a storm. Inner AI. All 5 heroes. They're here. They want a tier 1. 3 Radiant heroes on the defense. They are immediately stunned up, broken with the Nether Toxin. Burrow on 5! It's beautiful, but is it enough? Out comes the Witch Doctor ult. It's 2 kills for him. Zeus will live, but the Maledict will drop them low to 180. 2 for 2 trade. I don't know if that's what you want, though. Oh, we've got a bit more hunting. Death Prophet looking for a solo kill. The 2-5 positions. Wait, no. Line's the 4. Hard to figure out what position anyone is, really. I guess it's a jungle hybrid axe. He's wanting his blade mail. Viper thinks he's finished his Dragonlance, and that will be the last item that he builds this game. 15 minutes in, Viper will slowly cease to be a hero, and he is the only Dire hero in the top 5. So getting the news that he will fall off is going to be brutal for beginner AI fans around the world. You want to watch this tournament cast in another language? Cast in another language and then listen to it. Because I unfortunately only speak English. Tiny bit of German. Not enough German. Witch Doctor TP's in, the spin, the slam, and Axe will clean him up.
Radiant structures are
A very
fortified.
ambitious TP from him. Didn't even get a chance to click the Death Ward. Shit talking comes out in all chat. Witch Doctor displeased that he was picked off. You have to imagine though that Sirius AI has a lot of mental fortitude. Many teams would have GG'd out of the first game of this best of 3. They stuck with it and they won it. There's no way that Witch Doctor being picked off once will cause that kind of problem for him. Out comes the Warlock Golem onto 4. Finger comes out, kills off the Sand King. Golem's cleaning him up. Out goes the Zeus. Oh my lord, it's a massacre. Everybody is dead. Death Prophet and the Golem are the sole survivors. Axe wasn't there, so he's okay, and Witch Doctor was dead before it
Radiant's
began.
bottom tower has fallen.
Siege Creep clears up the bottom tower. Now we have to see what Death Prophet and a Golem can do in terms of pushing. Cleared out the creeps before the creeps got here, which means the creeps do not stop. They just keep running. They should get a good 500 to 800 damage onto this tower. There's the first 400 down. There's the next 200, so 600 damage onto this tower. Small push. Missed the recap, I'm sorry. If you like the fight recaps, I apologise. I've not clicked any of them this game, I don't think. Burrow onto 2. Zeus out with a Chain Lightning, but the Epi's here. The Epicenter doing decent damage, but not enough. Counter Epi's here now. Counter Epi doing a little bit more damage, but not lots. Hunt is on. Burrow onto 2, and the double Grip Swarm gets a kill or 2 for the Death Prophet. Thinking he has the Axe Shard.
But you want the money changes hands.
Increase epicenter pulse. Every 700 units moved, a single pulse happens. Different builds being picked up. The Radiant Sanking going straight for the Ag Shard. Dire Sanking, Ring of Health. Broadsword versus Ring of Health. Pick off on the Witch Doctor. The downfall's the Sand King. Now it's chasing time. Warlock will be the next casualty. He's invis, but he's taunted. Culling Blade on the Axe. He has 4 extra armor from those. That will last for the rest of his life. Viper's top dog, but he has 2.5k wasted, so he's really at 4.5k, which puts him at the bottom hero on the map. So do not be fooled by Viper's net worth. All 4 top heroes are Radiant. Not now that Axe just moved in though. Great, onto the Bristle. It's a rough game for him. The Viper has his number. An immediate, easy pick off onto the Bristle. There's just nothing you can do when your passives are broken and you're a Bristleback. Maledict should clean up
Radiant structures are
the
fortified.
Axe, and it does. 1 for 1 across the map. Sanking with some kind of bubble effect carrying around him. What is that? Fight up top, Golem onto 3, Fatal Bonds onto the same 3. Lion, no chance to finger. Death Prophet also falls, but it's a Burrow Strike onto the Zeus, who gets right clicked down by the Golem. Looks to be a 3 for 1 up top. 53 kills in 20 minutes, that's a kill every 20 seconds-ish. It's a massacre. Axe looks like he wants to make it another kill.
Dire
We have
structures are
4
fortified.
heroes, a catapult, and a golem. Will decimate this tier 1. Talk about overqualified.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's the Burrow. Axe jungling, just a little wolf. He's gonna get found.
I'll take your
There's a Sand King here who has Epi. He's starting to channel the Epi. Out comes the Epi, it's on to 4. Out comes the Zeus ult, it's on to 5. It's a little bit of a massacre. It's just a 1 for 1, but the amount of damage dealt was huge. Walking back in, just fingered. Then they find the Witch Doctor. It was just a 1 for 1. With the find of the Witch Doctor, he will fall. I mean, it was a 1 for 1 in which 11,000 damage was dealt. These heroes have 1,000, 1,500 health. 11,000 damage was dealt and only 2 heroes died. That's how clean and precise that team fight was. In terms of defensive movements from both sides. Then you have the 2 free kills. Ignore that this Sand King didn't die. This one died.
hell's
Sirius AI doing their best to maintain a controlling position of this game. The mid game is usually their weak point. Got Death Prophet sucking off 3 heroes. She's healing up just as fast as they kill her. And she's manning up. She might die in the end, but she will get mech'd. There goes the Viper. Double kill for the Death Prophet. She is huge. Pretty sure she was the 4 position. She's now the highest farmed hero in the game. Even more than the Bristle that she was supporting in lane originally. Speaking of Bristle, he's sneezing on Lion. Lion has 4 quills. I think that's worth a dive. That's me, I'm diving. Axe is in. Blade Mail's up. Ooh, the whip from the Lion. He's got finger available. Just needs to use it. Oh, he kind of mistimed the finger a little bit, but he'll still get the bonus damage. I don't know what these bubbles are that's on this Sand King. He drunk? Got an initiation. Golem pops onto the Lion, immediately cuts him down. Zeus is next to follow. We even throw down the Witch Doctor ult, not needed at all. We'll ping down a couple of shots onto the Sand King who burrows in, but gets silenced instantly. He's being sucked. It is falling all the while. Oh, it's so close. And they can see that it's that close. It's only got 40 health, and 2 heroes are going to die for it, and they don't even get it. Viper grabs that deny.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
The giant Death Prophet, she's out of mana. She's giant. Viper, he breaks her. 5k gold in his backpack's not going to help him kill.
Axe has gone
But in the end, Death Prophet will fall. Gives Viper another 600 gold to leave in his backpack.
It's magic.
Bristle jungling up some neutral items. There's a stack here. Axe also jungling up neutral items. See what each team has. We've got the Dagger of Ristful, Keeler, Arcane Ring, People's Gift, Seeds of Serenity, Nether Shawl, Arcane Ring, Ring of Aquila, Bullwhip. Both teams fully engaging with the neutral system. Sange Blade Mail for the Radiant Sand King, compared to Crimson Guard for Dire. Like they're hunting the axe. He is deep. You've got 5 heroes and an axe is this deep. You can get him. Out comes the Burrow. Out comes the Epi. And that's an axe pick off. Sirius AI having a clean mid game. Normally we see them have a strong early game and a very bad mid game. This time, they're building advantages through the mid game.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Inner AI needs to change something big time. Lion's about to get picked off. Will fall. Whips himself before the Maledict. And what are you cooking? Boom, says Bristle. Bristle wasn't there for that kill, so I'm not sure why he felt the need to talk shit, but I get it, you know, you're in the jungle, you're not up to very much. Getting a bit bored. How much longer's on this exorcism? Wish I could ping it to see. A long time, at least. Zeus soon to fall.
Top tower has fallen.
Dusted. I'd love to see Radiant just man up here. Burrow onto 3. Axe, Call onto 3. But the Golem gets dropped. Fatal Bonds, and it's a massacre. Dire, they're just too squishy. That lets them feel comfortable running up onto the high ground. Death Prophet's ultimate has come to an end, which makes the push a little bit slower, but you've got 5 heroes and a Golem.
Structures are fortified.
Sorry, there's no Bristle here, never mind. Fire uses a glyph, but that means instead of hitting the tower, they're going to start hitting you. Jump in on the Viper, out comes the Witch Doctor ult.
not for whom the spell
And they're
goes.
killing beginner AI, slaughtering them in the base. Ignore that the Sand King died, he didn't.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Got 5 on 5, and Sirius AI
Dire's
answering some
structures are
questions to
fortified.
some of the doubters. They're going, listen, you thought we had shit mid-game? We've got a good mid-game. Burrow Strike onto the Zeus, he's invis now. X onto the Sand King. Axe, he's fast, he's running in, he's got a call onto 2, the spins are going to start coming through. Epi, it's onto 3. Counter Epi, is he going to start channeling it or not? The line gets clicked down. Counter Epi's up, it's onto 2, but the Blade Mail of the Axe means the Epi hits really hard. The Zeusel clears out the ward of the Sand King, and then the counter Sand King kill, and it is a 4 for 2. But bear in mind, people, Bristle is not here. All of this is 4v5.
Dire's middle barracks has
I don't know
fallen.
what Bristle's doing, but he's not there. Mid barracks is now dead. Range barracks, they might stick around to clear that one out as well. Only got 800 health, should be not too bad. Yeah, 5, 6, 7 seconds until Viper and Lion respawn. So Bristle was pushing in
Dire's
top so
middle
that they don't
barracks
just get
is
one
fallen.
racks. That is so optimal. Such a fine line as well. Bristle is going in now. He's here for the fight. He's broken. He's getting bolted. He's getting quite low. Out comes the Witch Doctor ultimate. And that kills Zeus. Bristle unfortunately dies. Witch Doctor struggling. He's being whipped. He's being hit by the tower. He'll have to run away. I don't know if he'll get away though. Slam from the axe. Another piece of armor onto him. 9 armor for him now.
Bowels.
Sing the Death Prophet.
I'll take your tribute.
What a fine cut line to play 4v5 in the mid lane for about 5 minutes while Bristle pushes top. To make a chance at getting 2 racks. Risking not getting any racks at all. Ranking's farming. Death Prophet will fall in the end, but now the Warlock's out of position. It's a counter throw. He's put down the Golem, he's put down the Fatal Bonds, but it doesn't matter if he's the only one there. And now the Golem's going to get cleaned up as well, and beginner AI might just find themselves chance back into this game. They bomb down 5 mid, they might get a tier 1 and a tier 2.
Haste.
Mine.
They split up. Sand King, his jungle and Ancients pretty
I'll take your
casually.
tribute.
But the Eye of the Vizier, whatever the hell that is. New neutral items always make me angry. I don't like change. Axe's BKB is finished. Bristle, I think, has finished drums now, or at least he thinks he has. So he's just buying another drum recipe because he's used all of his drums. Songe for the Dire Sand King now. He's seen the Radiant Sand King has done good work with the Songe. Heaven's Halberd, his has become. Right, a couple of weird
Radiant
fights going all over the
structures are
place.
fortified.
So chasing down the Sand King. He should get this. He's so much faster. He hits so much harder. Give him a bit of the sneeze. Doesn't matter that he's invis. Still get him. Bristle focusing on the catapult before he goes for the Sand King. That is cruel.
You've been sorted.
Question mark from the Bristle in all chat. Wow. Sirius AI holding nothing back. Oh no, Viper 7k gold in his bags. 0 Dragonlance heroes on the Radiant side, 1 Dragonlance hero on the Dire side. Viper looking like he'll get picked off. Dragonlance or not, that's not the positioning you need from a Viper. BKB on the axe, but is it going to make a difference? Unlikely. Meanwhile, try and show both fights, we can't. Axe is picked off, now we'll show this one. Zeus trying to pick off the Warlock. A little bit struggling on mana. Lotus Orb. Spicy move. Warlock needed to pick up that Arcane because that will...
Dire's courier
Oh,
has
never
been
mind, the whole squad's here. Chase him down, he's dead. Meanwhile, Sand King looking for the Lion. It's just non-stop looking for kills from Sirius' side. Lion's picked up his shard. He's grabbed a mech. But now he's silenced up, he's dusted up. Getting chased. Fatal Bonds onto the creeps. Mech is used, fingers are used, but the finger's not going to do anything. The Golem is thrown! Just to kill the Lion. Do they know that he doesn't have buyback or something? None of the heroes have buyback.
That's for me.
Golem will fall in the end. Traded for a
Dire's
Lion kill.
structures are fortified.
Axe, he's low, but he's not that low. Should be okay. Viper in an awkward spot. Out comes the Borrow Strike with the Epi. Out comes another Golem because the Warlock died. Right click from the Golem will finish off the Sand King. All the Death Prophet crawling away with 500 health. I think the Zeus could have cancelled that TP with a Lightning Bolt. They'll farm up the next Golem. Another 200 gold into the pockets of Viper. Meanwhile, Sand King, he's pushed in top. Burrow, Sandstorm, out comes the Epicenter. A little bit too slow to keep up with the Zeus, and Sand King looks like he's just dead here. He is. Top tower's at half. It's a tier 1 bottom that they could have cleaned up a lot easier. Stack made for the axe. Wants that comeback money. It's got the tome. How much does it give? 700 experience. That would almost level him up, I think. Meanwhile, the fight occurs. Crystal gets found. Viper strikes on him. He's too slow to run away. In from the backline comes the Witch Doctor and the Death Prophet. Out comes the Witch Doctor. Immediately 2 heroes melt. 100 kills in 34 minutes. A kill every 20 seconds. This game is non-stop action. Sand King walking out of position. Buyback from the Viper, that's bad for his economy, but it doesn't matter, he's not spending his gold anyway. Bristle, he's called under the tier 4s, out comes the Epi, we'll finish him off with the Culling Blade. Out comes the Voodoo Switcheroo.
I'm known for my
They'll
grave
do good damage. Kill the Sand King. 2 for 1 in the enemy base, got a buyback as well. But are they ever going to push for another axe? You've had the mid-racks for about 7, 8, 10 minutes now. Maybe it's time to stop pushing mid and try maybe this little tier 1 bottom? That's what Sand King's thinking. He's got 8 main ult perseverance, he wants a Lotus Orb. Like 2 Radiant heroes about to get picked off. Hanging around mid for far too long. Showing no respect to the dire side, and for that they will die. Axe. 14 armor harvested. It's a shame, really, because the Radiant side doesn't have a right clicker. Double damage
Radiant
Warlock
structures
immediately
are
picked
fortified.
off.
You've torn a page from my...
Very poor positioning from Sirius AI. Usually they play a clean and aggressive late game. This time it's just a dirty aggressive late game. Bit of
Radiant's
farming.
middle tower has fallen.
Whilst your tier 1 falls. I'd rather you do that though than feed.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Crystal, he's in. Viper struck, he's broken, he's dead, he's not as tanky as he wants to be.
Martha.
My poison claims its victim.
Can you not do the thing where you buy more drum recipes to restock the drum now? I guess not. Never mind. The Radiant side wiped out. I always get confused in the shop when a fight's about to happen. I mean, this game, a fight's always about to happen. Telescope in the hands of Sand King. Guardian Greaves in the hands of Lion. They're 2 for nothing. Radiant dying. Now, Death Prophet looking for a solo kill. The Exorcism plus the Suck. It's Viper, an easy target for her. Oh my lord, Zeus has pushed the biggest wave I've ever seen top. Death Prophet cleans it up. Exorcism, Crypt Swarm. Saves the tier 2. Thankful. Are we going to see Radiant make a 5-man push top to look for another Rax? That could be their way to finish this game, close it out. Can't find the Zeus, he's invisible, he's about to become visible though. Hops, skips, jumps. He should be safe.
I'll take your tribute.
The graph trending further and further towards Sirius AI's direction, although beginner AI is closing that lead. Both numerically and chronologically. Axe, however, about to feed is not going to help his team with the comeback. Pop to the Malady.
Cuts both ways.
Oh no, he popped to the Shadow Word. Lion man-moding against Sand King, but this tanking is tanky. Pops the Epi, and you're the one that's dying, Lion, my friend. Oh, the counter Burrow Strike, though. The counter Epi is there, but it just clears up creeps. Radiant Sand King's like, alright, bye. Warlock, look for the Lion. Burrow will cancel the TP. Finger out, but it's not enough. He's invis, though. Gets away. So long as he keeps running, he will be fine.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Ooh. Meanwhile, Zeus getting dove. I'd rather they just hit the buildings. Now they're just hitting the buildings. Very good. Tower down.
Dire's
In
top
comes
tower
Sand King on the backline. Burrows to the south. Suck is on 2. Sand King's tanky, but he's not tanky enough to survive. Or is he? He is! Saw Warlock having a bit of a gander in the middle of things. Tier 4s keep hitting people throughout this entire fight. Tier 4s and the Viper look like they will be taking out the Witch Doctor. Axe, call onto the Death Prophet. That'll annoy her. The spins. That's a lot of damage onto DP. Fingers out. Lion now with 9 fingers plus 540 damage. And it's a wipe. Get the top tower, but nothing else. You have to imagine, what if Sand King was there? What if Warlock was there? Why is your team not coming to these fights? Outpost reclaimed for the Dire. Inner AI showing signs of a comeback. Could this be a series of the throw and the counter throw? Because the Sirius AI's comeback in game 1 was huge, it was monumental. I think that if beginner AI came back from here when it was a 15k gold lead, that's also monumental. Not quite as big. Warlock though, looking like he's about to do some kind of comeback push with the siege creeps as well. His tier 2 is dead. He could keep that push going. Nipper's like, best go stop him. Outside of the Havoc
Dire's
Hammer,
bottom tower has
what
fallen.
does Viper have to offer? The Toxin on the floor will tick down all the
Radiant's
ranged
top
creeps and
tower
most of the
has
melee
fallen.
creeps. While Dire, they've got wagons. Axe with an aggressive blink into the base. I love that. BKB's up. Fall onto the bristleback. Sand King jumps in. The epicenter's popping off. Doesn't quite have the damage to burst Zeus. Zeus is trying to TP out now, but they do kill him before he gets out. Axe is whirlwinded up into the base. We've got golems being dropped. We've got Axe falling. We've got golems clearing up the lion. 3 kills for the Radiant side, and they hold their tier 3 firmly. What can they do off the back of that wipe? They're so far away. Sand King might wander in. Himself killed. Heroes, they're dropping in on him. Burrow's up. Out comes the silence from the DP. Oh no, she didn't use it. She just chose not to use it. I think she missed it maybe? Cooldown's only 12 seconds. Steal the outpost. Very minuscule damage onto the tier 4s. Sirius AI. How are they going to find a way to end this game? It took them about 50 minutes for the first one. Looks like it might take them more than 50 minutes for the second. Then again, clearing up the Viper. It's a 5-man wipe. Viper buys back, but is that going to work? Who else has buyback? Nobody on the map. In comes Sirius AI. 4 of their 5 heroes, they're saying, we want to end this game right now. Beginner AI, they were in this position before. This time they jump in though, even with 1 hero still dead. They jump in, finger on the bristle, he's dead. Out comes the Witch Doctor, it's hitting the axe so much. The axe will fall. Radiant are a little bit low now. Nether Toxin onto the Witch Doctor, who's getting hit by the towers. Towers will continue to clean up the Witch Doctor. He's now there too. Tier 3's here, it's hitting the Death Prophet. It's an awkward place to be. Getting lower and lower. Zeus, Lightning Bolt onto the Sand King, stuns him up. Double suck from the DP. Somehow DP's still alive, but she will fall in the end. Now Warlock's finally here, but it's too little too late. Last game we saw Beginner AI too tentative. They wanted to wait for all the heroes to respawn, and by the time everyone was back it was too late. This time, despite Sand King still being dead in the grave, they jump in and they get a great fight. 4k gold swing.
Invisibility.
Viper, still a top damage dealer, even with 12k gold just hanging out in his bag. It's just in his bag.
I'll take your
Warlock 1v1ing the Zeus. He's got the Lotus Orb, which just means Zeus won't cast spells. Can't force him to cast spells if he doesn't want to, and if he doesn't have mana. Warlock though, I'm not sure if he gets this kill. He just spends a long time messing around. Zeus is leading Warlock to the Viper. Dire side, Beginner AI after that huge fight, thinking about getting some aggression going. We've got 3 heroes jumping mid. 2 heroes pushing bot. They want to get a tier 2, at least. Bristle, a bit of cheeky farm under the nose of the Zeus. Item wise, we've got a scythe coming out for the Witch Doctor soon, that will be backbreaking. Bristle, I think, is bricked after failing to build the drum. Warlock's almost got Refresher. Out comes the Golems. Fatal Bonds on top. The Sand King's dead before he can get a single spell off. The axe is tanky, but it's not that tanky. He will fall too. It's 3 for nothing, and Sirius. Oh, they have great counter initiation. Meanwhile, creeps are going to take the top racks. We saw this in the other game. We saw a creep wave take a racks. We're going to catch this kill down here as Zeus will not be invisible forever. Maybe he will be. How long does that last? 6 seconds. Wow.
Dire's top
Rax
barracks
does
have
fall.
fallen.
2 racks in the favour of Sirius AI. Oh no. Centaur looks like it's stunned. Death Prophet and the Bristle. They can't find the Zeus. This Trickster's Cloak is carrying him. Warlock pushed mid as best he could with the golems, but they're gone now. Treads in the backpack in favour of Perseverance. I'm not sure about that. Sir. Failing to push mid with a missed Crypt Swarm. There's the other Crypt Swarm. Now, beginner AI, they don't have any heroes for the next 20 seconds. The Glyph will clear out most of the creeps, but not all of them. This is, I mean, that's the first tier 4 down. That's the second tier 4 down.
Dire's middle tower has
Beginner AI, they need to defend. Viper and Sand King think about pushing up, but too dangerous. Viper gets found, it's 5 heroes jumping and the Lotus Orb's not gonna help. Sand King's like, oh fuck this, I'm going to base.
A fitting bounty.
And it looks like a cruise to victory from Sirius AI. They retain their undefeated record and they crack the undefeated record of the beginner AI.
Radiant victory.
Sirius AI making this series 2-0. Oof. Similar game times on both games. I feel like the other one was 49 minutes, this one's 48 minutes. Different set of lineups. Interesting to see 2 Sand Kings. One clearly is better than the other. 5-16 versus 10-12. Neither of them having an excellent game, but one at least doing better than the other. Ward situation was the same. Damage-wise, mostly coming from the DP. Hero and building. Warlock the same though. Viper did great. He just stopped buying items after he failed to Dragonlance, and the question's still there of would beginner AI be winning these games if the Viper was spending money? Or would it not matter? Is the execution just that much better? Hard to tell. In my opinion, I think the MVPs go to Witch Doctor for being 49-10. What a machine. Then again, Death Prophet I think is just as big, if not bigger, with 51-6. Oh no, who do I give it to? I'll give it to them both. They both had great games. I'm going to give Witch Doctor and Death Prophet the MVPs. On the other side of things, it's tough to call. None of these have particularly good KDAs. I mean, the Viper's the closest to it. He just won't buy items, so it's going to have to be the Viper, I guess, but I'm not happy about that. But anyway, thank you for joining me in the upper bracket finals. This therefore means that Sirius AI is going to sit in a big throne and watch the lower bracket unfold. They are waiting to see who will meet them in the grand finals. Will beginner AI earn a second chance to try and fell Sirius AI? Or will it be one of the other 4 teams in this tournament? We've got 6 teams still in the running. The elimination round will soon start culling them down though. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.